The film begins with Ellie satisfying herself beneath an apple tree. After finishing, she culls an apple, takes a nibble, and walks toward her house. At home, she makes lunch and eat it with her husband Mika. At night, they spend a great time together. In the morning, Ellie stands before a mirror and gets a compliment from her husband, who cherishes her so much. At breakfast, Mika tells her that he has welcomed one of his best friend Olavi to visit their home. When Mika takes off for work, Ellie is locked in cleaning and other family chores. At night, she cannot rest. It appears that something has made her disturbed. The next day, Mika goes to meet Olavi, and after that both of them drive back to Mick's house. Ellie sees the men from the window and comes out to meet them. Olavi appears to know Ellie as well, which is why Ellie was upset. She enters and sits on the floor because she cannot bear to see Olavi. During dinner, Olavi is asked about his personal life by Mika, who also gives him marriage advice. Everyone goes to bed when it gets dark, but Olavi can't stop staring at Ellie because he feels something for her. The following day, when the men go swimming, Mika tells Olavi about his experiences in marriage and gives him another marriage advice. At home, everyone is having a great time when Mika turns on some music and begins dancing with Ellie. Ellie wakes up in the morning and goes swimming because she is anxious about Olavi's presence. Mika tells her that the friend will leave soon and rushes off to work. Olavi noticed Ellie hanging her underwear. Later, when she was preparing dinner, Olavi went into the kitchen to chat with her. After a while, Olavi suggested that they take a walk. The two go to the coast, where Olavi tells Ellie about his work and they spend some time with the animals. On the way home, they are met by Mika and arrive home together. Olavi makes supper in the evening, and they eat while chatting about Bible. Mika becomes affectionate to his wife after dinner. At night, they enjoy a pleasant evening in their bed, during which Olavi drinks tea and listens to noises coming from their bedroom. Ellie and her dog go swimming early the next day. When they get home, Ellie notices Olavi taking notes in his notebook and advises him to attend church to hear Mika's talk. Later on, we learn that Ellie was left alone with Olavi when Mika had to travel outside of the city for work. At home later, Ellie and Olavi were making their way to home from the forest while talking about their relationships and other things. They smile together as Olavi tries to impress her. With some jokes after the walk, they reach home and satisfy their thirst with water. This time in the evening, they spend some time by the lake, and when it gets dark outside, they return to the house. Ellie relieves her tension by lying on the bed in her bedroom. She's constantly thinking about Olavi. When she invites Olavi to go swimming in the lake the following morning, she undresses in front of him, and he gives her a really intense look. Olavi takes off his dress as well, and Ellie goes into the water first. While returning home, Ellie holds Olavi's hand because she still wants to spend time with him. They go through the forest, and when they get there, they hear loud music coming from the house where Mika has returned from a business trip. They talk about the trip, and in the evening they spend hot time in the bed. Olavi peeks at them through the doorway. Olavi wants to please himself after watching them in bed, and he does it in his room. While listening to his girlfriend moaning and enjoying at the sounds, he remembers Ellie's body and releases the tension. Ellie thinks about her relationship with Olavi and Mika. She is confused as she is attracted to both of them. To clear her mind, she decides to go for a swim. The next day, she asks Olavi to go for outing. The couple go for sailing on the boat. Ellie knows a beautiful place for the picnic. They settle down there and show their attraction towards each other. Then they spend some good time in nature and enjoy themselves. Later that day, after dinner, Mika insists on spending time with Ellie, which irritates her. She yells at him because she is fed up with his attention and then goes for a swim to unwind. Later, as she gazes up at the night sky and muses over her life, she finds herself drawn to Olavi. When she gets back, she finds Mika waiting for her in his bedroom, but she apologizes to him and heads to Olavi's bedroom instead. While Ellie and Olavi are having an intimate moment, Mika hears his wife and friend laughing and moaning, and when the noises in Olavi's room subside, Mika heads to Olavi's bedroom to see the couple in bed. Ellie goes back to her husband's bedroom in the morning and falls asleep on the bed with him. Ellie begs for forgiveness, and Mika responds that he understands how she feels. Later that day, as Olavi approaches and tells Mika about his departure, while Mika trims the branches of the garden's trees. But Mika proposes that Olavi stay a few more days, and Olavi begs for forgiveness. At dinner, Mika takes his shotgun from the wall and points the muzzle of the gun at Olav's head and asks if he should pull the trigger. Everyone remains silent, and Olavi is ready to pay for his deed, but Mika spares his life. Later, they all get in the car for Olavi farewell. Olavi asks Ellie to come with him, but she prefers living with her husband, as she decides not to cheat on him anymore. At night, the couple enjoy some time in bed as they want to mend their relationship. The next day, the couple talk about their relationship when Micah asks her to decide about her future freely as he wants their relationship to be sincere. Ellie says she's afraid to be honest with her husband. In the evening, they spend time together. Ellie gives their relationship another chance. Later, she offers Micah to go for fishing. Micah agrees. The couple spends the evening with fishing rods on the boat.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe Cine Recap and watch more movies recap.